Hey everybody, hello and welcome. If you're new around here, what's up? My name is Jim and I react to all sorts of fun stuff. And in today's video, I'm checking out NF's brand new jam, Hope. Now, I guess it's not brand new. It's about a month old at this point, so I'm kind of behind in the party here. But I've been kind of avoiding this one. I've had some copyright strikes, so I haven't really been around as much, but I'm back now. But yeah, I've been avoiding this one. NF isn't exactly easy to react to. His music has broken me down. His music has made me feel depressed. His music has made me feel inspired. His music has made me feel hopeful. And that's not always such a good thing, honestly. You know, sometimes I just want to jam out to a song and be like, hey, this is cool. But there is layers to this dude. Now, generally, I don't even like rap. You know, I find it kind of frivolous, throwaway music that, you know, has uninspired beats and production and it just doesn't really apply to me. Not all of it, but honestly, most of it that's come my way. With Nate or NF, it's a little bit different. This guy is incredibly vulnerable when it comes to music. He's incredibly honest, and he shares some really deep, dark secrets that I find inspiring in a way and also kind of really fucked up. Now, it's not necessarily a bad thing. This is something that's just incredibly rare. This isn't something you hear every day. And for that reason alone, it is something to be celebrated and to take note of. But again, it's also something very difficult to react to, having mental health issues myself and whatever. It just kind of invokes certain emotions in me. And hey, even if you don't have these issues, I feel like deep down inside of all of us, we have these different sides of us. And Nate is just one of those guys that can truly cut to the core. So anyway, we're going to get into Hope right now. Oh, and if you guys are new around here and feel like doing me a solid and you enjoyed today's video, please consider liking and subscribing. I got a couple other NF reactions on this channel. Actually, I think I got like 15, maybe 16 now. And I plan to continue, and I'm probably going to do a album reaction to the album Hope that comes out April 17th. Anyway, let's, oh, I'm sorry, April 7th, my mistake. Anyway, let's check out the new song, shall we?
Hope.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, I'm on my way, I'm coming. Don't lose faith in me. I know you've been waiting. I know you've been praying for my soul. Oh, oh. 30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. 30 years you've been claiming you're honest and promising progress. Well, where is it at? I don't want you to feel like a failure. I know this hurts, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn. Don't get me wrong. Nature had a great run, but it's time to give the people something different.
Okay, all right. I don't want to pause it all like so early, but I kind of have to. I know this is going to have layers, and it's probably going to go deep here. You know, one thing I really do enjoy about Nate's music is the producers that he's worked with and the sound design and whatever. I really enjoyed like the almost cinematic and dark cabernet nature of this. It has like these really nice kind of like sharp but yet dissonant piano notes. Yeah, it's this really kind of cool cabaret style staccato melody going on. So yeah, the music is something I've always really appreciated. And it sounds like here up until this point right now, beautiful cinematic, by the way, too. I think this is really kind of cool starting off in the middle of the ocean on some kind of, I don't know, make-do raft or something. It sounds like he's talking to himself, and this is not a new concept. This is something he does quite often. He talks about the inner struggles and everything, and he's talking about the last 30 years, you know, giving one part of himself a chance to deliver, and now he's turning towards something else to, you know, push a different light for it. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I guess we don't know yet, but it's definitely 100% worth noting. But so far, I love the intro, super cinematic, and also the visuals are incredibly cinematic as well. Let's take this one back here. I want to make sure we're keeping the flow of this jam going, but it's important not to gloss over little things with Nate.
Nature had a great run, but it's time to give the people something different. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce my My album. My album. My album. My album. My album. Hey, my album. My album.
Okay, this is going to be conflicting personalities here. 100%, I know it. This is a cue that you hear very often, or in some music that I follow. 21 Pilots does this fairly often, and that's where you use a vocal effect where you take your vocals down an octave and make it sound kind of like it's like a demon coming through. And that's what we're hearing. And he's saying my album, but just in different octave tones. And that's signifying to me that he's having some sort of inner struggle or inner demons or multiple personalities in his head saying, hey, whose album is it? Is it my album? Is it the demon's album, or is it his album? I mean, I don't know if I should call it a demon because I don't know exactly where this song is going yet, but I know that it's some sort of inner struggle at this point. But interesting. It's a little chaotic. And up until now, we've had this really kind of cool, sweeping melody and, these sharp staccatos. But like at this point, I feel like we're about to switch into something pretty heavy.
Like to introduce my album. My album. My album. My album. My album. My album. Hey, my album. My album. Hope.
Oh, here we go, dude.
Of success. Listening to what your heart says. Standing up for what you know is right while everybody else is tucking their toe between their legs. What's my definition of success?
This is a question he asks himself every once in a while. The definition of success.
Being brave enough to dream big. Grinding when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. It's a person that'll take a chance on something they were told could never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more perfect because they'd rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut.
It's pretty cool here on the production as well. I like the hey, following the actual piano notes for that it was before. It's kind of continuing the melody here. Very, very cool. And we're also seeing two different sides here. A version of him in all black, which is pretty much what I'm used to. And then also him in white, which I have seen, I think, in some music videos, but not quite as often. Let me take that back again, just so you can kind of hear the hey. It's following the same progression as a piano melody. So even though everything's really busy here, with the cinematics or the string section, it feels like it's an action movie or things are really starting to pick up. It's kind of cool to have this like throwback to the intro, so it doesn't feel like it's two separate parts. It all kind of blows together. Great writing.
Being brave enough to dream big. Grinding when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. It's a person that'll take a chance on something they were told could never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more perfect because they rather.
Right now it's pretty positive.
Really love and take the pay cut. It's a person that would never waver or change who they are just to try and gain some credibility so they can feel accepted by a stranger. It's a person that can take the failures in their life and turn them into motivation. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. It's amazing what a little bit of faith can do. If you don't even believe in you, why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to? I done did things that I regret. I done said things I can't take back. Was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. I spent years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred. Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage that I should have walked away from. Years of my life wishing I was someone different, looking for some validation. Years of my life trying to fill a void, pretending I was in. They get it.
Oh shit. I feel like we're about to come to some kind of peace here. I know this. What is this from? Okay, I think this is from the Mansions album. Possibly the same song. Well, okay, we're 100% getting throwbacks here. And it looks like he's in Mansions. Okay, some throwbacks here. Let me take this one back here. 100% some symbolism. All right, okay, I think it's 100% confirmed now. There are two different characters here. There's a white NF and there's a black NF, and the black NF is the demon or the bad one. And he actually pushes him down into the mansions. Even at this point here, he's even, the version of white NF is kind of coming out and saying, hey man, like I've had all these hatreds, these things that I've harbored, these feelings for years and years. And it seems like there's some sort of like inspiration happen here, or he's able to put that, he wants to put that chapter of his life behind him. But there's this sinking thing. There's this dark passenger, which is the all dressed in all black NF, who literally pushes him back into mansions, back into that spiraling, depressive, almost schizophrenic thought. And we see it both visually here and in the lyrics itself. This is really well done, guys. This is really, really well done.
Looking for some validation. Years of my life trying to fill a void, pretending I was in. They get it.
And then, okay, this. This is 100% from his other song. Yeah. And then here he is, trying to find his way back in the mansions, being pushed back in from his dark thoughts. What are in the rooms? What are in the rooms? Each room he clearly outlines in other music.
Pain's a necessary evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree, but on the other hand, it was the push I needed to get help and start the healing process. See, if I'd never hit my bottom, would I be the person that I...
Look at him. We're getting an actual visual representation of these different rooms here. He's got a room with NF in his old makeup, wearing all black, and a room with black balloons all on the floor, and he's kicking them back. He's literally fighting against this.
Necessary evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree, but on the other hand, it was the push I needed to get help and start the
healing process. Hey, old friend.
Would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. I'm a prime example of what happens when you choose to not defeat and face your demons. Took me 30 years to realize that if you want to get the opportunity to be the greatest version of yourself, sometimes.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry for pausing so much. There's just a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to unpack here. Okay, we get the actual cage, and then the dude in the cage. Is that the same guy? That plays, I think, his dad. It looks like. God, it looks like him. I could be wrong. Oh, he's got the makeup on too. He's got the makeup on too. I could be wrong, but I think I'm almost 100% positive it's the same dude. I think it looks just like him.
Sometimes you gotta be someone you're not to hear the voice of reason. Having kids will make you really take a step back and look in the mirror. At least for me, that's what it did.
Is he a dad? Did he have kids recently? I didn't know.
Wake up every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window, questioning if that is ever going to show up. Isn't something he's gonna have to worry about. Don't get it twisted, that was in the shop. Mama, I forgive you, I just don't want him to grow up thinking that he'll never be enough. 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of fearful, 30 years of anger, 30 years of empty, 30 years of shame, 30 years of broken, 30 years of anguish, 30 years of hopeless, 30 years of hate, 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of fate, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of hate, 30 years of baggage, 30 years of sadness, 30 years of stagnant, 30 years of change, 30 years of patience, 30 years of suffering, 30 years of torment, 30 years of 30 years of bitter, 30 years of lonely, 30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never revolve. I know I can change. We are not enough. We are not the same. You don't have the heart. You don't have the strength. You don't have the will.
Fucking chill, dude.
You'll never be loved. You'll never be safe. Might as well give up. Not running away. You don't have the guts. You're the one afraid. I'm the one in charge. I'm taking the reins.
Holy shit, man. Holy shit. What a climax here. Hold on a second. My thing's popping up. Jeez and crackers. Holy shit. What a climax to this. Okay, so apparently he's a dad. That was kind of new to me. I didn't know about that, but that's kind of cool. It's obviously going to have some sort of effect on his psyche and his outlook on life and his thoughts. And he's probably not going to want to, he's probably going to want to make sure his son doesn't fall in the same, follow the same path as he has, at least emotionally. Or maybe he should, because there's some actual growth to this. And this is literally like therapy to this dude, but still. Holy shit, that got me. He forgave his mother. How Could You Leave Us is like one of the most gut-wrenching songs I have ever heard. I don't think I've ever broken down on a reaction and had to pretty much just stop halfway through. And that's the one that did it for me. I had heard like 4 or 5 other songs, and at that point, I'm like invested in this dude. And then that comes up, and it fucking broke me, dude. And hearing him say that he forgave his mother on this one, beautiful, beautiful. And as the song is climaxing too, we're going back to the beginning here where we hear the different, the different versions, the different octaves of his voice, going back and forth. It's my album, it's my album, it's my album. From dark thoughts coming from like the lower tone vocals to, the more positive, and this dichotomy of living with both of them, having the angel and the demon both inside him at the same time. This is a finale, man. This is a good climax to a song. This is beautifully written. I just want to hear this one more time. And there's definitely some, you know, little Easter eggs and stuff. I recognize the cage, obviously the balloons. I think there's some of the same characters here. I'm pretty sure the old guy in the cage is from a different video where he's supposed to play his father, the burning car. But I could be wrong on that. It's been a while since I've seen that video. But come on, well, let's just listen to this climax one more time, and then I'm gonna give my final thoughts on it.
Sometimes you gotta be someone you're not to hear the voice of reason. Having kids will make you really take a step back and look in the mirror. At least for me, that's what it did. Wake up every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window, questioning if that is ever going to show up. Isn't something he's gonna have to worry about. Don't get it twisted, that was in a shot. Mama, I forgive you, I just don't want him to grow up thinking that he'll never be enough. 30 years of running, 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of fearful, 30 years of anger,
conversations with himself,
30 years of shame, 30 years of broken, 30 years of anguish, 30 years of hopeless, 30 years of hate, 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of faith, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of hate, 30 years
I love it, the accent melody.
30 years of stagnant, 30 years of change, 30 years of patience, 30 years of suffering, 30 years of torment, 30 years of 30 years of bitter, 30 years of lonely, 30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never evolve. I know I can change. We are not enough. We are not the same. You don't have the heart. You don't have the strength. You don't have the will. You don't have the faith. You'll never be loved. You'll never be safe. Might as well give up. Not running away. You don't have the guts. You're the one afraid. I'm the one in charge. I'm taking up. I'm taking up. Reigns.
Oh, you know what I didn't notice either? When he says Reigns, the last one, it sounds like it's the NF in white. So it sounds like hope is prevailing here. Oh my God, dude. What a full-on experience this is. I'm sorry I paused so much, but there's just a lot to unpack with this one. Obviously, beautifully written song from a sound design standpoint with the orchestrations, the piano, and the beat and everything. It's super cinematic, but that's just something I've come to expect from NF's music. But the messages, man, the delivery, the tone, the cadence on his delivery, the differences between the two octave voices talking back and forth, it literally sent shivers down my spine. Him forgiving his mother and wanting better for his son, and hope possibly prevailing in this song leaves me feeling positive, and it leaves me feeling amped up and just fucking pumped for the dude. Dude, I'm super excited for this album. I'm really, really excited for this album. Maybe we see a different side of Nate. Maybe we see a side of him where, you know, he's getting some clarity. I mean, now he's got a son, you know, he's got different things to think about. And maybe this is going to be a major shift for him. And hopefully he's just going to be, you know, better now, because if you know anything about him, or if you don't, like, this dude has struggled with some real fucking issues, man. Some real dark things has happened in his life, and he talks about it candidly with everybody. And it's the craziest thing, because it's something that is so rare in music that an artist is willing to share and cut this deep into themselves and share it over and over and over and over again. I mean, you got to think this dude is performing these same songs on a nightly basis, reopening this wound, picking at these scabs. You know, it's almost like self-torture in a way, but in a different way, it also feels like therapy. Dude, Nate is a fucking character, man. This guy is something else. I think by far this is my favorite rapper. And like I said, I'm not a big fan of rap, but this is just a fucking poet. That was good. This might be, I'll go as far as to say this might be his best song. This might be his best song. You got to kind of know a little bit about him. And I implore you to go and look. If this is your first time checking Nate out or NF out, dude, go through his YouTube channel, check out his stuff. It's not an easy listen, for sure. It's not easy to digest, but if you want to really open up and see an artist truly expose himself and just be raw and vulnerable, you are in for a treat, because there are very few, if any, like Nate. Fucking beautiful. It leaves me on a good note. So many of these NF reactions I do, I'm like, I avoid. Like I said, I stay away from them, because I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to go fucking lay down in a parking lot for an hour and stare at the sun and question my life and everything, you know? But this makes me feel pumped, dude. This makes me feel pumped and excited and just fucking happy for the dude. I'm sorry, I'm swearing so much. I'm just very excited for this right now. All right, I got to listen to this a few more times. That's going to do it for my reaction. If you enjoyed hanging out for a little while, if you enjoyed my breakdowns and stuff, please consider liking and subscribing. Like I said, I could really use some help in the algorithm right now. So if you're feeling kind and you want to hang out, check out or just like and subscribe. All right, that's going to do it for me. Have a wonderful night. Bye.